This is Moyes with Boxing Buzz Hub, and I'm here with Marko. Marko, last time I saw you was in July when you got a win against Vinyo Garro.
Yeah.
How have you been since then?
Yeah, man, I've been good. I've been training hard. I've got a good coach behind me. I've signed the new coach, Karim. Training's been hard. Getting in camp, and I'm ready for December the 6th.
How did this fight against Seb come along?
So he was talking a lot of smack in my comments, and obviously we found out that he's a boxer and he wants to box me. And I thought, you know what, this guy's a div. He's never going to get a title fight with me. And my promoter did my work for me, and we got that fight arranged.
What would you be doing differently this time compared to last time?
Obviously, I'm working a lot more technical stuff this time instead of just going flat out war in the ring and training my socks off. This time, I'm just taking my time, still working as hard, but I'm more working technical.
And then going to your coach, what's your name?
Joshua.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, mate.
How has training been like with Marko?
Mate, it's been tremendous. He's worked really hard. He stayed focused, stayed dedicated in the gym. And like you said, it's going to be more of a technical approach coming this fight because we know we've got a serious fighter coming in. So we've got to take this a lot more serious, got to be more dedicated in camp. And he's been showing that a lot in this camp, so proud of him.
Do you think we will see a different Marko on December 6th compared to last time?
100%. The boy's worked hard, He's listened this time, In all the camps he's listened to, but this one in particular, he's done really well, And he just needs to keep the good consistency up in this one and listens to us, me and Coach Karim. It's an easy work win.
How do you envision December 6th going ahead?
A clinical finish.
Could you see a KO?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Who would you want to see Marko fight next? What would your plan be like for Marko?
Down to the kid, and down to the team. I mean, whatever Gunman thinks is the right approach for him, we'll go. But if you're asking at a fantasy point, it definitely has to be Ed Matthews. Definitely Ed Matthews. It has to be, or is it, or even Hstikkytokky. Any of them. Any of them get smoked.
I saw some clips of you in the UK Content House where you went back and forth with Harris and had a squaring off. Could you explain a bit more about what that's about?
Listen, he was talking a lot of smack to me in the house, and I thought, you know what, I'm not really going to have any of that. So obviously, I spoke to him. We exchanged a few pushes, a few shoves, nothing major. We know I'm the boxer around here. Harris is nobody. The kid can't fight. The kid can't box. There'll be no point in me fighting him. It's like putting a random guy in the street and telling him you're going to do 5 rounds to me. It's not going to go well, is it? He's got no experience, so I think he just wanted a little bit of clout off my name, and that was about it, man.
I saw Ed reacting to the clip as well, and he said, so you guys should just scrap it out. Would you want to fight him on Misfits, or do you not think he's worth it?
Who, Ed Matthews?
No, Harris. Ed Matthews reacted to the clip.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to say no to the fight. I would never say no to a fight. But in my eyes, I don't think there's any amount of training he can do to lead up to the fight to beat me. So it's just whatever he wants to do. If he wants to say, you know what, let's run it next year, I'll be like, yeah, no dramas. I'll put the gloves on and I'll wrap up and it'll be first round knockout, no problem.
And then going back towards Ed Matthews, I know you said so that he's at the top of your kill list.
Yeah.
When would you want to see a fight against him? Go.
Listen, if we could get the contract sorted legally by this year, I'd fight him next week. But obviously, we can't do that legally. We're going to have to wait till next year, obviously, for obvious reasons. But anytime next year, I'm down to run it. I'm in camp every day. As far as I know, it's easy, man.
On our last interview, you said so that you would be fighting on Misfits in 2026.
Yeah.
And you've spoken to Mams about that. When could we see you fighting on Misfits? Like, what time?
I don't even know myself, but I know full well I'm going to be on there next year, hopefully summertime, if not earlier. But 100% I'll be fighting on Misfits next year.
Are there any fights that make sense for you apart from Ed Matthews?
Ben Williams, he's definitely a good opponent. He can box. He'll give me a good fight, good run for my money. That's definitely one of the boys on my kill list.
How do you think Ben Williams versus Marko would go?
All these boys, I've always said about Marko, technically none of them are his level. Again, it's another clinical finish.
What fight would you think would be the most challenging for Marko?
Well, amongst the Misfits?
Amongst the Misfits,
none.
So, are you saying that he? Do you think he could become champion That's
1,000,000,000%. The kid's only, people don't realise he's only 17 years old. These guys are like in their 20s. You know what I mean? Really, the trajectory he's on for a 17-year-old kid. Come on, man.
yeah. Back onto Misfits. The Misfits Dubai card. What's your thoughts on that?
That's a great card. Definitely looking forward to that. You know, Andrew Tate, Chase Demore. I know he's coached very well, Chase's. I feel like it's going to be a good fight. You know, Chase has definitely improved. I don't really know anyone else on the card. Who else is fighting?
Warren Spencer's fighting.
I don't know those.
He fought Dylan Dennis, and then
Right.
but other than that, the undercard's meant to get announced for you on Monday.
Yeah.
So we'll see that. What's your thoughts on Andrew Tate being replaced as CEO?
Wait, what?
He became CEO instead of KSI.
And he's fighting.
Yeah.
I see that as well.
I don't know. I'm not going to say too much. I don't really know what to say, so I'm not going to mention anything. So I'll probably make myself look like a right fool on the internet. But
it'd be a good opportunity for him to be on these shows because this will bring his name out there. Again, 17 years old. I have to echo it out there. There's not many 17-year-olds kids doing what he's doing. So at the end of the day, it would be good for him to go on them shows and showcase what he's all about because, again, he put the work in.
How do you envision December 6th going
on? You know what? I'm never going to be one to underestimate my opponent. The same way you're going to go into a Sunday league match, bottom of the league, you're going to go in there and think, oh, you know what, this is going to be piss easy. And then it turns out they're going to be up for it more than you are. So that's how I envision myself for all my fights. I'm always going to be up for my fights, no matter how bad they are, no matter how good they are. I'm always going to be at my top level. So I'm not going to sit here and say, first round knockout, even though that is what I imagine it to be. But you know what? It could be a 5-rounder. It could be a straight 5-rounder war. But I'm going to say I'm hoping to get my finish. I'm training for it, so I don't see why it's not going to come into my hands.
How long have you been training for?
I think I've been training for just over a year now, maybe a year and a few months. So not a long time at all compared to, boxers that are on Misfits and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like the amount of time that I've been boxing, I've got levels above people that are on that platform.
How did your boxing journey begin?
So I got approached by a boxing organisation and they said, listen, we want you to box on our event. And I thought, you know what, why not? I'll give it a go. I really enjoyed boxing and obviously I won my first fight. Then I had a fight come in maybe about a month after and I won that and I kept winning, and now I'm just hungry for it.
If you weren't doing boxing, what would you be doing? Carpentry?
I don't know, man. I'll probably maybe football. I'll continue doing my football stuff. I don't know.
How many fights would you like to have next year?
Obviously, this year will be 7 fights. I'd hope for maybe around 3-4. I'm not going to overdo it this time. I'm a A-class fighter. I want my fights to be rare. I want everyone to be able to, be excited for me fighting. So me fighting 7 times a year isn't really the route I really want to be going down. So I want to keep it short and simple and just as fewer fights a year as possible.
All right. After December 6th, when would you want to get into the ring next, and against who?
I want to have a little break for sure because obviously we got Christmas coming up, we got New Year's. I'm obviously going to be a bit fatter. You never know. Maybe you see me in the ring in February, March time,
All right.
and that's a good time for me to be in the ring.
Let's say Seb was watching this right now. What would you say to him?
Train hard. Give me a good fight. Give me a run for my money. Take that belt if you can.
All right. Thank you, Marko.
Thanks for having me, my boy.
Thank you.